Well, I just sent in my 2000th report to the Weather Network. It's kind of hard to believe. I mean, I started back in 2012, and I remember in 2013, we came up with this new naming convention for every report we send in. Mine would start with HB, Halifax Bureau, Toronto TB, Toronto Bureau, and started way back with number one. I remember when I reached 1,000, a bunch of people back in the team in Oakville sent me these pictures. And I never thought I'd get another 1,000 in, but I gotta tell you, this has been the greatest job I've ever done myself, for sure. I've stayed here long enough, you should know that, but I think it's the greatest job in the world. And there's various reasons. The biggest one, the coworkers. I mean, I've sent in 2,000 reports that have been edited 2,000 times. We've worked on them together, coming up, producing ideas, sending me different places. And I couldn't do it without my coworkers. And I got to tell you, they're the greatest team on earth. And they get to be a little jealous of me because I'm out here in the bureau. I get to travel, I think, more than anyone on the team. I've been up to Iqaluit. It was amazing to see Canada's North up in Nunavut. I was doing a report about a gentleman who took a photo that ended up on a Canada Post stamp. So that got me up there. I was only there 48 hours, but I made use of every minute and produced, I think it was 4 stories out of the HB 2000 I've sent in. I mean, we've seen a lot over the years. I remember specifically the pandemic years when I went out, honking my horn at people who were, inviting me to come out. I put a call out on social media. That's how a lot of my stories originate. And I thought, if your spirits would be lifted by hearing me drive by and honk my horn, people who are stuck inside. And so did that. That was definitely one that sticks out. I've been, around Canada, around the U.S. with this job, Florida for, a Hurricane Milton. That was intense, being holed up in a parking garage with Mark and, of course, David Hodge. Been to Sable Island. That was definitely a career highlight, a remote island off the coast of Nova Scotia. I got to see the horses, and it was during the winter, too. So I got to see the seal population up close. I mean, I get so many opportunities to see incredible things. So there's no shortage of those stories within the 2000. Hacks are a big one. The first one I've ever did was the big mosquito hack, how to repel mosquitoes, with a pop bottle. I gave the ingredients, and that story went viral. And after that, a lot of my producers were like, you should do some more hacks, because we really, started focusing on the app, doing weather adjacent stories. I think I could do a full podcast with some behind the scenes about some of the things I've seen on my journeys producing these stories. And I just want to thank you, the viewer, for tuning in for 2,000 stories from the Halifax Bureau. You're the reason I do this. If you come up and see me, you're not bothering me. That makes my day when someone says, I saw your story and, I really loved it. That just, it warms my heart.